He's been a baller, you know what I'm saying? He was in Colorado doing his thing, and, obviously he was the Heisman winner, and, we got our hands full, so we got to make sure we come ready to play.
What have you seen out of Trevor Lawrence this year? It's kind of been up and down season for him, but the game against the Chiefs in particular really showed what he can do.
Yeah, obviously, very unique in his way. Obviously a tall quarterback that can throw the ball, make all the throws, and obviously, his ability to run is obviously unique, and we got our hands full.
Just about this quick turnaround that you guys have coming up. You have a Sunday game on Thursday. How does that affect you in terms of?
Man, I hate that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I hate that shit, especially the older you get. It's tough on the body. Your body you can play Sunday, and your body don't even snap back until Friday of next week. Or sometimes Saturday, right before the game, but. Obviously, we understand what we're up against, and, it's just part of the NFL, so we got to do our best to, recover the body right away and push our, rehab and recovery up, a couple days, before, should we say.
How did the bye week kind of reset you guys for preparations and just going to get the mindset right?
Well, for me, I went home. I went back to my roots. I seen my nieces play basketball, their little AAU tournament and whatnot. So anytime I get around the family, obviously it just brings me down and, just keeps me humble and keeps me grounded.
Got Tyler Lockett here now. Just what kind of influence is he also in the locker room? What kind of player is he?
Little peanut head, man. That's my guy, man. He good dude, man. Great teammate. Obviously, very unique in his way. He's been balling in this league for a long time. And obviously, he brings that, leadership presence for us, and just bringing his swag and what he does on the field. Him and Gino always had a connection, so it's exciting to see.
What makes him a tough cover?
Man, he's just really smart. Just sitting in his zones, just obviously going against him in practice in Seattle for so long, and one-on-one coverage and whatnot. He's really one of those guys you can't really get your hands on at times. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys, he'll catch the ball and you think you're going to get a nice little hit on him, and then he's going to fall to the ground. He's going to get that first down. But I love Locke, man. He's not only a great football player, but he's a hell of a human.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely helpful. We got that.
How much was this bye week needed for you guys to kind of hit the reset button, self-scout, and then get back to it?
Yeah, the bye week was super helpful. I think some guys got out of here and kind of mentally reset and really just dialing in for the back half of the season.
What was your routine kind of that you did during the bye week?
I was here most of the week, and then took 2 days, went to the beach for a day. So, yeah.
You guys, that first game that you guys played together, the offense, especially the passing game, was clicking. How important is that to be able to draw back on that, but also the curiosity of what this offense looks like when it is healthy?
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see. Excited to see the run game with Ashton and Raheem and everyone, and then also the pass game with Gino slinging around to everyone that's back, so it'll be fun.
How do you tap back into that chemistry with Gino? I mean, we saw it early in the season and in training camp.
Yeah, I've been out there during the bye. We had 2 practices during the bye week, and I was feeling pretty good running around. And I have a lot of banked reps, and get this weekend into it. It'll be good.
How hard is it for somebody who is always kind of go to be told that they have to just turn it off?
It was brutal. It wasn't. It sucked, to be honest. We're through it now. It's in the past, so I'm excited to get back out there.
How much? Go ahead.
If you had to put a percentage on it, what percentage you feel you're at following that knee injury in week 1? What do you feel like at now, getting into the season?
I don't know. I can't really put a percentage on it. Definitely wasn't 100 before the first couple weeks, but we're definitely closer now.
You mentioned getting the run game going with Ashton Genty. How important is that going to be for this offense to be able to click, to commit to that running game?
Yeah, no, you need to run the ball before you throw the ball, and really keep the defense on their toes, because two pieces of offense you got to put together.
Okay. Thanks, Brian.
Man, as you get rolling, you start to shy away from the technique, but you start seeing you can make plays just having better hand placement or better pad level. So the thing personally for me is to fall back on the technique and the training so that the plays come to me and I can make the plays that the defense needs me to make.
Where are you most comfortable playing, interior defensive line or outside?
Man, y'all always ask that.
I gotta know.
It depends, man. I'm good on both. I can play inside, I can play outside. I'm more of a inside pass rusher than on run downs outside.
I know you since you've been a rookie, Max took a liking to you and helped you however he could. It looks like you guys have only gotten closer since then. And what's it like for the team when he goes out, and how do you have to step up? And even at practice, like leading stretches where he's always out in front and when he's not there.
Man, I'm not gonna say Max being out, I gotta be Max Crosby. No, that's me. I'm gonna still be myself, but with him being out, he brings an energetic piece to the practice, and the flying around to the ball and talking that shit. So with me coming in, you gotta step into a role, like where you got to make the plays that he ain't making and bring the energy to the D-line and the defense and the whole team, and just try to be myself, but fill in that role as well.
Last year you were so successful using the bye week as kind of a springboard. The bye week reflection, all the stuff that you did. Do you feel like this bye week was equally successful for you?
Yeah, because like I told him, you go back to the technique. You see what you're lacking, and you can really slow down and think about it. Watch yourself and evaluate, and then come back and put those pieces into play when we come back and get rolling.
What kind of identity do you think that this D-line is developing?
I would say, man, everybody on the D-line is different. I feel like that's what makes us. It's a whole lot of different skill sets, different personalities in the D-line, and we all got different traits, and that's what makes us different in any D-line in the NFL.
How do you rate Trevor Lawrence's mobility? Is that a guy where you got to be really cognizant of that gap control and not letting him escape out the pocket to make plays?
Man, we played some mobile quarterbacks through the year. People say you got to look for the rush. No, if you rush right and rush 4 as one, you'll affect the quarterback how you're supposed to affect. I feel like when you start trying to cage rush, that's what they want you to do, and they can move around and put you in places that you ain't supposed to be in to make the plays and throw the ball out down the field.
So even with a guy like that, you just got to peel your ears back sometimes and get after it?
I'm not saying just peel your ears out and be selfish, but you just, when your role is to set the edge or level rush or B-gap step up, you gotta be in those key pieces.
Tyree, you talked about the differences in terms of the defensive line, what you all bring to the table. Can you explain, for those who may not know, what JJ and Tonka, what they bring to the table as a rookies?
Man, at first they was a little quiet. They opened up now. They funny guys, dancers. They both really athletic guys. You saw that when, before the draft, and they brought that in, and they came in, bring energy to the D-line.
What have you seen out of Travis Etienne and the way that they use him in that offense there?
He's a great running back. Has a spark. He wants the people to. You got to get him down because he is a strong runner and gets the contact yards after the contact. So we got to be flying to the ball and get him down.
Thank you, Tyree.
Thanks, Tyree.
Yep.